Rockies just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Denver Broncos. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Ready. Yellow lady. Mike 54. No game on this defense. No game. Jim.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here we go, Jim. Hey, watch that. Check, Mike.
On second down, Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
First down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now back to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick, Kareem Jackson, there defensively.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater at 64 has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point hung the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll try the left side. Dobbins, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. He'll drop to throw. And an alley to run. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. The deception there pays off to perfection. 14 yards on the fake punt and a first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Kamara works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. 2nd and 13. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Cameron Hayward, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
We got 4. We got 4. Where's 52? Watch 52. Let's go.
On 2nd and 7. Lock. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. On 1st down, it's Lindsey. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
52's the mic.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. It's caught by Bryant, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
54. Switch out.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down.
Morstead on the punt for the Saints.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
First and 10 at
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the 45 on second down. Lock. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now Lock. He completes this to Sutton. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
You draw 4th. Here we go again. Check, 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 check. Look at me. Zipper. Big rip. Big rip.
They're going with Lindsey. There he goes, left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. The point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Second and 10. And Anderson's got it. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do this.
So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Freeman. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
Strip that.
Protein spell. Go.
Freeman again. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now a carry for Lindsey. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsey, 64 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 27 on the play. And the Saints first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And Thomas has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. First down.
Back to throw now on first down. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And down inside the 15 he goes. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
First down, Saints.
Right there. 54, right there, right there. 54.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Well, stating the obvious, this is going to be one that the rookie quarterback is going to want to forget pretty quickly.
And what quarterback has not gone through this in their rookie year?
Yeah, they all have. I guess it's cliche, but these are the ones you hope to grow from, right?
It's just part of life on the road in the NFL. He has to learn from it and grow.
Clock now to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. He's going to fire one. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and through, and the lead will swell by one more.
Makes the score. Saints.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. So that one will be accepted.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at the 40.
Check three, check three, check three.
A 10th carry for Kamara. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Rip left, rip left.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He gets it to Thomas. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Traquan Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz with the extra point, and that will get him one closer. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, 75 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now, you talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His fourth touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that it's demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out, coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Push him back. Push him back. Set, go. You go tight. Go tight. You got
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. They're going to look to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
2nd and 5. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And not Not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Lindsey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
Here's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. It's taken to the 26. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Let's go!
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They begin on the ground with Kamara. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. And that'll set them back 5. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
No problem there on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Mike 54, no chance.
Here's Kamara off the draw, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Denver, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay